Welcome to Daily Blast Live. We have a very special guest host with us, Brendan London.
What's going on?
He's a former pro football player turned entertainer, and we're so happy to have you all week, buddy.
It's been great being here, man. Honestly, I'm not just saying that.
All right,
really.
we got a half hour left, buddy.
Let's go.
Let's crush it.
Welcome.
All right, guys, we are live, and all day long we've been following this story. Sadly, Anthony Bourdain, the famous chef, best-selling author, and Emmy Award-winning star of Parts Unknown, is dead. He reportedly committed suicide in his hotel room in France, where he was filming an upcoming episode. His friend and restaurant owner, Eric Ripert, found him this morning. Bourdain was 61 and leaves behind an 11-year-old daughter. Here's who he was in his own words.
In my worldview, food certainly plays a role, hopefully, in bringing some kind of enlightenment and understanding and openness and appreciation of other cultures. My feeling was, if we're going to do this, we should do it right. I mean, we shouldn't be sitting in a banquet room at the Hilton. We should do what we do, which is hang out in some working class place. From a guy, broke, hard-working guy, to overnight, the guy with the best job in the world, with the freedom to travel around the world doing anything he wants and get paid for it. All of the things I need for happiness. Low plastic stool, check. Tiny little plastic table, check. Ooh. Something delicious in a bowl? Check.
And CNN just announced they're airing a tribute to him tonight called Remembering Anthony Bourdain at 10 p.m.
That's going to be tough, man.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's sad, man. I mean, he was an idol of mine for sure. I see a lot of myself in him. He did I tried to do a lot of the same things, but gets me emotional every time I see that.
Right. I think just looking at every guy, for every man, I think we all kind of look at ourselves as Anthony Bourdain. He lived a wild youth. Yeah. I mean, full of drugs, alcohol, working in the kitchens, late nights, partying, but also this intense job. And he kind of settled into what we all want to be, is like a distinguished guy, good taste, been around the world, well-traveled, well-read, well-spoken. And I think we all saw a lot of us in him, so he'll definitely be missed.
Right, and I think a lot of people described him as a person that had a lot of duplicity of thought. And one of the things that somebody close to him actually said is he never really got used to his overnight success. It happened so quickly. But if you just listen to what we just saw in that piece, he said, all I need is a little low plastic stool and a low plastic table. And he was very, very simple, I think, and maybe everything that came his way. Well, I don't want to try to diagnose him, but I think he lived a full life. You see him sitting with Obama, and he was very much a proponent of the Me Too movement. It lets you know how selfless he is to take himself out of things, and he was known as a great storyteller, and so I think it's up to us and his friends or people that loved him to also we continue to carry on his story as well.
I mean, that's true. I mean, he used food as his platform, and he brought people together, like through entertainment and through food. So it's like, you don't want to see somebody like that go, man. You definitely don't want to see somebody like that go, and it's just heartbreaking.
He brought humanity, and that's what we all need.
Yeah. And earlier we reached out to Dr. Drew Pinsky for his reaction. Here's what Drew said.
Celebrities, whomever they are no different than the rest of us. They get mental illness just like the rest of us. In fact, they're actually at a higher risk. People that seek celebrity tend to have more incidents of trauma and substance use. And in the situation with Anthony Bourdain, when I got to know him, regaled me with his history of opiate addiction. And an opiate addict who continues to drink, life is in danger. So we see him drinking on his show, and that used to freak me out. I knew it would just be a matter of time before something happened, either triggered an acute depression, trigger alcoholism, or a relapse on his opiate addiction.
And he said something interesting. It's not celebrity. It's not a person. We're all people. It could happen to anybody, and it's a sickness, as Dr. Drew said, but it can be cured. It can be cured. So if you have something like this in your family, or you know someone, or you yourself have this, please reach out for some help. Please, people are there to help you, and you could be cured of these demons.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of times when they say suicide happens, it's actually just a sense of hopelessness. You feel like your present state can't get any better. I've been very close to there, and it does get better. You wake up, when I wake up and I see that ceiling fan still spinning in the morning, I'm like, thank you, Lord, that I'm still here. So just prayers to his family and definitely his 11-year-old daughter.
And the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is on our screen right now, guys. So please, if you're feeling that way, please use that. All right now, let's have a little celebration, because the world is reacting. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we were moving on to the next story. We still have some more of Bourdain's death. Brett Forrest has some details at the moment.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff. Right now, celebrities and friends are honoring Anthony Bourdain. Let's take a look at what they're saying. Chef Gordon Ramsay tweeting out, in part, "He brought the world into our homes and inspired so many people to explore cultures and cities through their food." And President Barack Obama tweeted out this photo, writing, "He taught us about food, but more importantly, about its ability to bring us together, to make us a little less afraid of the unknown. We'll miss him." And, oh, my apologies. Neil deGrasse Tyson writes, as NASA searches for life on Mars, we lose the life of beloved Anthony Bourdain on Earth. Implicit and explicit reminders of how precious life is anywhere in the universe. And in honor of Bourdain, CNN is airing a previously scheduled episode of Parts Unknown this Sunday with a special introduction by Anderson Cooper.
Thank you, Brett. All right, now we're going to move on to some celebration.
Yeah. Which I feel like, even though I didn't know him, I think Anthony would like that.
Yeah,
absolutely. Really.
All right, there's a lot to celebrate in Washington, D.C. right now with the Capitals' Stanley Cup win, but now they could also celebrate Oprah. Interesting transition. The National Museum of African American History and Culture just opened the Oprah exhibit called Watching Oprah, The Oprah Winfrey Show and American Culture. The exhibit includes items from Harpo Studios in Chicago, including a set, cameras, seats from the audience, and even outfits the talk show host wore. Oprah donated $21 million to the construction of the museum, which includes a theater named in her honor. Well, I would hope so after $21 million.
I want a theater. I want keychains. Everything has to be my name on it, for real.
For $21 million. Is there a show?
It makes sense it's in a museum, though. I mean, you cannot tell the story of our generation, of our lifetime, without Oprah being in there.
Right.
Oprah is, I would say, the first person on TV to cut across like gender lines, socioeconomic lines, racial lines. I mean, everybody got home, and this is in the 80s when we were a lot more conservative than we are now. And I mean, she still today is as beloved as she was then. So I mean, this had to happen.
And a trendsetter. I think that there are so many parts of her early life before she got to the Oprah that we know now that has helped a lot of not just women but men actually see, wow, I can overcome this, from sexual abuse and even some forms of addiction. So yeah, it couldn't happen without her, without the big O.
Big O. All right, we are live. Tori Shulman has a new trending story coming in hot.
Yeah, it's do or die for the Cleveland, what, Al? Cavs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They face the Golden State Warriors tonight in Cleveland. Warriors lead the best-of-7 series 3-0. So they have their brooms ready for a sweep. But I would not expect LeBron to go down without a fight. So DBL Nation, who do you think will win?
Oh.
The Cavs, definitely. I mean, we're gonna.
I'm jumping shit, man. I'm jumping shit,
no, we
man.
need you. I'm jumping in the water. I'm coming to get you.
It's you and LeBron versus the Warriors, man.
I have a question. Has anybody ever come back from 3-0 like this? Ever?
No, but teams have come back from 3-1, and you know who did that last? The Cleveland Cavaliers. We're fine. We bait them into our trap.
But 3-1 and 3-0, they're two kind of different things.
I know. Once we get this one, and it's 3-1, and then we've already set the precedent. It's like the Supreme Court.
Cavs.
Basketball.
Maybe.
We're fine.
What?
I'm good.
I'm trying to be down with my bro right now.
We need all the support with Jeff.
I support you, buddy. I support you.
All right. Get back on this bus.
A beloved reality show may be coming back. The long-running MTV series Real World may be getting a reboot, but it might not be on cable, though. The show last aired its 32nd season. I can't believe that, about a year and a half ago.
It's crazy.
Deadline reports the production company is shopping a reboot targeting streaming platforms like Netflix. That's interesting. This strategy worked well for the revival of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Would you watch A Real World on Netflix?
Of course. I would. Of course. I mean, that's a classic. Just think going back to like Real World Hawaii with Tech, with Ruthie. Like for me, I grew up like with MTV on the TV. I mean, yeah, MTV on the TV. And Real World, like you grew up with it, you attached to it. I love the characters. They need to bring it back. I would watch that.
Well, because it's a year and a half since the 32nd season, do you think they'll have to look for new viewers? Because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying?
Well, they brought TRL back, like, you know, and that's doing fine. That's doing great right now. So there's that audience out there, that Jersey Shore type audience that loves
there's room for it?
I think not only do I think there's room for it, I think it's time for a new Real World. I mean, if you think about when it was made, we're talking about 22-minute episodes that were edited. They kind of, everybody, even though they were kind of the same age, were all super attractive. And I think the way that they should go is have a real world where they have people that look like real people. How about what heavy set people aren't in the real world?
Right.
Bisexual people, transgender people.
400 credit scores.
Yes, we can have. Let's get regular people in the real world and watch how regular people interact. How about some Trump supporters? How about some libertarians? Let's get everybody in the house and see how they react.
I think they did a pretty good job of that, though, over the years, because they started incorporating all that, and especially the time we live in now, I think they would do that.
Right. Yeah, they brought, and I want to cut you off, Ed, what was the name of the gentleman that unfortunately passed away because of HIV?
I remember.
Oh, God.
The one on Puck season.
Yeah, he was. Pedro, yes,
that's
but
right.
I mean, that really brought HIV to the forefront because he was a young, good-looking guy that people liked, and it was like, oh, this person suffers. It gave humanity to that disease. So I think this show can serve the same purpose.
We just have so many reboots, and Jeff, I want to ask you: do you think Big Brother was like the new Real World?
Kinda. It's not the same. You're trapped in a house. It's a game show. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Yeah, it's different. It's more.
When you leave Real World, you still have your real world problems. You're not winning money at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the real world.
Coming up on Daily Blast Live, your first look at all the all-new Halloween reboots. Speaking of reboots, if you don't like scary movies, look away, Brandon. All right. And you know how we do on Fridays. Al Jackson rates this week's cutest viral videos, like that one. Don't go away.
Tori here from your DBL Blast. As you can see, if Chris, you can do a little walk around. Very few people left on this Friday, but I do want to give a shout out because some of you guys are writing in, and I've been saying it all day. If you're just joining us for Access, if you're triggered, this is a show. Anthony Bourdain, Kate Spade, I just want to keep it 100. If you are liable to be triggered, today might be a day that you're triggered, and we at DBL want to normalize depression. We want to treat it like a disease as it is, and we want to say it's okay. So I want you to not feel any shame in reaching out. I'm going to give you three ways to reach out. Text 741-741 if you've been feeling really down today. Kathy was saying she's been crying all day. I want to make sure you guys know where you can go. So text that, call 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK, National Suicide Hotline. Also, I found this helpful. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's an app called Talkspace. I don't know, Chris, have you heard of this? Talkspace is therapy online, and it's for people when you need it in the moment. It's a very new way of dealing with therapy. It's not every week you meet the same doctor. You can sign up online and speak to someone within an instant. So if that's something you guys are struggling with, there's PTSD people out there. There's people who know people who have committed suicide. Talkspace has been a really big deal for me. Now, the new spokesperson just came out. Guess who is Talkspace's new headliner? It is Michael Phelps, who said he won all of these awards, all of these medals, and actually tried to commit suicide himself. So I want to give a shout out to you guys who are going through something, who are feeling triggered by this. We at DBL are super sensitive about that, and we want to make sure you understand. The one thing you have to do is get to somebody. Reach out to somebody. And if you are someone that's feeling great, reach out to someone vulnerable today, because today when you hear someone in recovery not make it, it's a trigger. I'm being honest with you. I know people in recovery, and when they see someone in recovery not make it, it can be a big deal. And I want to be super clear about this. There is zero shame in reaching out. If all you have to do is reach out to DBL, reach out to us. Just write on Facebook or YouTube. We love you guys. Today was a really hard day because Bourdain seemed like all of us. It seemed like one of us. And I felt like we knew him, and he was very transparent. So sorry to keep being this heavy kind of drag, but I do want to make this serious. If anyone out there is feeling like this, I want to save a life if it's possible. So let me know how you guys are doing, what you're doing this weekend. I hope you all are well. Love you guys.
5 seconds. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Happy Friday, everybody. You know what that means. It's time for Rate This Video, when Al Jackson grades the week's viral videos.
Yeah, happy Friday, brother.
Yeah, buddy.
Get it in.
Let's do it. All right, Al. As a former biology teacher, you know more than anybody, science teachers get to have all the fun.
That's right, Jeff. This story was just so important.
Let's watch that video.
All right. Now, I never got to do cool stuff like this with my kids, but, you know, we did have some fun. And I just feel like, honestly, this science teacher, he needs more love from his students. They should be cheering.
Yeah.
And because of that, this gets 3.5 Al. Sunglasses emojis. Well done, sir.
Boom, pretty
Keep
good.
teaching those kids.
All right, now here's something you don't see every day. Pigs in cartwheels. Check it out.
All right. Now, Jeff, this is too cute. This is like a deleted scene from Charlotte's Web. It's nothing on that. I thought that was good. It's very cute. I loved it. It's got a pig and a cute little girl, and because of that, it gets 4.5. Al. Heart eyes emojis. Well out. Let's go.
There you go. Pretty good one. Nice shot. Some students in China, Al, celebrate the end of the school year by making it rain, but with old textbooks. Check this out.
All right. I don't know if this is a school or a deleted scene from American Me. But you know what? Hey, they work hard and you got to celebrate. Sometimes you make your own confetti.
Yeah.
Well done, kids. Enjoy the summer. Let's go to the last one.
How many emojis?
That gets 4.5. Like a 3.5. I don't want to do this again. Let's go to the last one.
There you go. In our final video, this baby elephant shows off some funky trunk moves. Al, watch this.
Yeah. All right. Finally, an elephant with something more than junk in the trunk. You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
Let's wrap this up because that gets 4.5. Al, mind-blown emojis. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah! There you go. That's the winner for this week, everybody. Let's rate this video. This is comedian Al Jackson.
Yeah.
We are live. Brett Forrest with news at this moment.
Hey guys, giddy up because Justify the Horse is going for a Triple Crown win tomorrow at Belmont Stakes. Sometimes considered one of the most difficult achievements in sports, Justify could become only the 13th horse to ever win the three big ones, the Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes. You might remember American Pharoah last did it in 2015, and Justify, the Chestnut Colt, is considered the favorite, so hopefully he'll prove all of you naysayers wrong.
Yeah, I liked it, Brett. And you know what?
That.
Look, Jeff, I know you're a big horse guy. I'm going with Free Drop Willie because he's 30-1. Just like my calves, I go for the underdog.
I like it. I like it. I'm going to give you guys a little pointer right here. I'm going to take Justify to win, make an exacta with Vino Rosso.
All right.
Okay.
I like that.
I need to see. I know nothing about.
Well, while you're doing
Was just going to random.
Surprise, surprise. I'm going Gronkowski.
Oh,
there you go.
Surprise,
You
surprise.
and a fella stick together. I love it. It's a brotherhood, though, right?
It is a brotherhood.
I mean, if you think about it, it's an exclusive club. Like, I mean, you no one understands what you guys have gone in terms of training camp. I look and I'm like, man, that looks tough.
And it's not even just because of the horse's name. He owns part of like the horse, whatever the proper
does?
saying it is.
But if
Gronkowski
you own the
actually
horse, would you name it after
owns part of the
yourself?
horse.
I don't know.
No way. I come up with something.
I'm gonna go with this guy right here because I dated a guy named William that was broke, so I'm gonna go with Free Drop Billy.
All right.
Look like it's his nickname.
All right, we got him. All right, we are live. Tori Shulman has a scary news story coming in hot.
Yeah, the trailer for the all-new Halloween reboot is out, and Jamie Lee Curtis is kicking major butt. Halloween fans, get excited because we have got a first look. Take a look.
He's waited for this night. He's waited for me. I've waited for him. Get out of the home! Get inside! You don't believe in the boogeyman? He's here! Michael! You should.
Do you believe in the boogeyman? Halloween hits theaters this October.
Tori, what a trooper. She did that whole thing in the Michael Myers mask.
I got your back, girl. I got your back. I got your back.
Oh, no.
That was a good one.
That was a really good one.
Come on, that was a Friday one.
I was looking at that. I was like, Tori has nice teeth.
Who's your scariest one, though? Who's the scariest one in a movie? Like, period, all times.
Freddy Krueger.
I was gonna say Freddy Krueger because you don't know if you're awake or asleep, and he have on that Ernie and Bert sweater, and he just come and get you.
I think the Candyman.
Dude.
Candyman was scary.
The Exorcist, hands down.
Yeah, but it was like from the 70s. This is like a slow build.
How about the one with the hair backwards and it walks backwards, comes out of the TV? Oh, man. Coming up on Daily Blast Live, how well do you know your pop culture trivia? Can you beat our hosts? Go to dblvote.com to play along with us. Our trivia showdown is right after this.
Bend and snap. Do it again. You bend and you snap.
Now, when would one do that?
Anytime you feel it.
Brianna, I'm coming to get you, girl. Love you.
Riri.
Al Jackson on Twitter.
Are we rolling? Arvada. Arvada. We're here at Arvada, California. Arvada. Arvada? Why can't I say that? Or in Arvada, Colorado. Did he say that? He said Califorado.
There's plenty of Viagra for men out there, but where's the Viagra for women, huh?
It's called a yacht and a Porsche.
Oh, come on now. That's
Sam, that doesn't help? Sam, look at me. Look at me. I'm here on the panel. That doesn't help get the libido going for most women?
You think that that makes the libido
Yeah,
go?
I think that's why guys buy them. What do you think? You're getting on the...
You want to try mine?
Yes.
Try mine.
I'll stay away from your gingerbread man.
No, get him in there. I like mine better.
Welcome to Thoughts by Al Jackson.
You know I'm a kitchen dude.
Well, excuse me?
That's my... I like
Al's thing.
I'm a kid. You've never watched the show. I'm a kitchen guy. I think the bedroom's boring. I like to do it in the kitchen. It's just a room. Whenever I check out of an Airbnb, I just send them a text like, hey, give this room a second. I will let it air out.
Okay.
Jeff's iconic.
Jeff with the turtleneck.
Here's a Moet vending machine. Get out of here.
Isn't it Moe?
Yeah. Beat it.
Bend, you get it? And snap, 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 snap.
If you're looking for a quick way to feel happier.
This one is called the Drunken Swan.
This one's called SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'm going to call this throw Kevin Costner. Oh, come on, Kevin. That's Kevin.
This one's called Das Boot.
Operation Condor.
This one's called The Closer, because we're coming to the end here.
Oh!
Beat it.
Here we go. If there's motion, it's good. Follow me. Hi-ho, unicorn! Is it Friday?
It's Friday.
It's Friday! That can only mean one thing. It's time for what? DBL Trivia Showdown this week in pop culture. Yes, I'm much taller than these two. I'm loving it. Today's showdown is between Jeff Schroeder. That's all I had. I didn't have to do
Tori on a soapbox.
Oh.
That's a good Friday gift.
Shots fired, man. And Brandon, scared of scary movies, but not scared to dominate. That's what I'm talking about. Brandon London. And all of you, of course, the viewers. To play along, go to dblvote.com and tap Vote Now. Questions will just magically appear on your device. Now, the winning viewer will win, Jeff,
Here you go.
a DBL hashtag Genius T-shirt.
There you go, right there.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Oh, you're going to throw it on the ground?
All right,
They're not going to get that one. If they're
Gentlemen,
gonna get one in the
hands
package.
behind your backs. Here we go.
You better
Music,
watch out over
please.
here. You don't see what I'm saying?
I got you. Okay.
Lock
You're
in,
Here we go.
Schroeder.
Number one. A movie is being made about Bob Marley.
Ooh.
What was the name of his band? Was it The Green Parade, The Wailers, or The Jammers? Ooh, Jeff?
I'm fast, buddy.
Ooh.
I thought our hands were supposed to be behind our back.
Rules. If we don't
What's the
have
answer?
rules. Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Okay, that's correct. And we're about to go play a little bit of that. Can we play that, Patty?
That'll be me in about 30 minutes.
All right. Question number two. How many years have the Tony Awards honored Broadway stars? Is it 52, 62, or 72? That is Brandon.
Darn.
Yeah, tricked him.
62.
The answer, 72. And this weekend's Tonys are being hosted by Josh Groban and Sarah Bareilles.
Yes.
Wow, okay. Woo, ah. Question number three. This actress said the Kardashians are the most powerful women in our society. Is it Octavia Spencer, Emma Stone, or Jessica Chastain?
Ooh, I think you got it.
Brandon?
Jessica Chastain.
Correct! London's calling!
Shimmy, here's the shimmy.
Oh, shimmy, 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 shimmy. London's calling, and you're winning. Here we go. It is. No, they're tied. My bad. Okay. Question number four.
You really want me to lose, huh?
Yeah, I do. Sandra Bullock is starring in Ocean's 8 out today. What was her highest grossing movie? This is a good one. Was it Gravity, Minions, or The Blind Side? Jeffrey?
I have no idea, but I'm just going to have to say the Minions.
You are correct! Oh, nice job. Okay. Okay. Very interesting.
And Reno, you shaking your head back there?
Hey,
Fact check. All right. Wow. Question number 5. Everyone ready? Which NFL's team visit to the White House was canceled?
Your shoes untied.
Oh, he's
no,
trying to fake
late.
you out. Eagles, Patriots, Panthers. Brandon.
Can I get a lifeline?
No.
The Eagles!
Oh, yeah.
closest without going over wins. You guys ready?
Yes.
All right, take a breath, close your eyes, and listen. How many players are on the 2018-2019 Eagles roster?
Oh, man, you should know that exactly.
53.
Yeah,
53-man roster.
I'm going to go 52 just because you can't win.
It's 94. You win because you're closest, but you're wrong, and we were questioning it.
That's a big roster.
It is a
Yeah,
big
but you can
roster.
only field 53.
Yeah,
I don't know
53
football.
active
I'm
players,
reading the
53
prompter.
active
All right.
teams. Okay,
Now let's find out which viewer won. It is Brandon with the winner, and the viewer 0013.
Boom!
Let us know. We'll be right back. Bye, guys. Nice job. Nice job.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
I'm Abby, and welcome to The Jump Off. I'm here to keep you updated on everything in tech, gaming, and pop culture, so let's get started right now. Ocean's 8 is out, and the all-female cast got mostly positive reviews. Vanity Fair says the movie is fun, with a bunch of actors you love and a lot of great clothes. But The Hollywood Reporter says it lacks punch. Rolling Stone calls the all-female reboot an all-star steal. Are you seeing this in theaters, or are you waiting until it comes to Redbox? And right now you can pre-order Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's not going to be easy, so we're going to break it down for you. The standard edition is just the game, exactly what you think it'd be. Then there's the special edition. That comes with a game map, story missions, an outfit, a horse, 3 weapons, and some bonuses. Maybe even a partridge in a pear tree. Jeez. Okay, then there's the Ultimate Edition. Are you following? That has everything from the Special Edition, but with 2 more outfits, another horse, more weapons, and a bonus to rank up faster when you play online. This still isn't over. There's also a collector's box. It doesn't even include the game, but has collectibles. Do you pay extra for special editions, or do you just buy the game? I'm a special edition girl myself. Jared Leto's Joker is getting his own film. We first saw this new Joker in Suicide Squad, but the solo film is expected to be set in the DC Extended Universe. But there's no word on who will write or direct it yet. E3 is right around the corner, and we've been hearing big news from the gaming industry for weeks now. So what are we going to hear next week? Well, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and I'm hoping we might get more details on Metroid Prime 4. Kingdom Hearts 3 could get a release date. Maybe it'll come out sometime this decade. We could also get our first real look at the Avengers game. It would make sense considering all the hype over Infinity War. And we'll be covering all the big E3 news right here on Double Jump, so make sure you check that out. You don't want to miss it. And that's it for The Jump Off. I'm Abby, and as always, check back every week for the latest in tech, gaming, and pop culture.
That does it for us. We'll be back on Monday. Everybody have a great and safe weekend. The stories never stop. We don't either. We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going. It's Friday.